Now let's talk what others won't be talking about. Listen to us now, this mind's been filled in thoughtful round. We've got to let it out, we've got to let it go. Just wanna
Welcome to Lesbeopen. Boom. That's right here. It's a little intimate space of mine where I like to talk about and explore what was it, the new one? Emotional / mental health issues, spirituality, issues in the LGBTQ community, LGBTQ plus community, and more. Bear with me, y'all. Half here, half not. Okay. And I'm kind of just doing a short pop in. This is editing tabs really coming in. And I just want to say that I thought I plugged in my mic for the video, and I didn't. I literally just had the mic sitting next to the laptop, and I did not plug that shit in. But I did have my AirPods on, so the audio isn't too bad. And also, I also want to say that definitely a bit emotional in this episode. It's just been a very emotional week. I'm still a bit emotional, more composed. I think been able to get myself together enough at least to make this video. And I just want to wish everybody luck. I want to send everybody strength, because I know it's very much needed right now. And I also want to say I was really trying not to cry, because I don't like seeing other people cry on camera either. So I was just stifling them tears, boy. Every single time a drop was trying to come out, I pushed that bitch back out. I was trying my best, but I just really hope that this hits home where it needs to hit home. And I'm posting this after the full moon eclipse, but energies are still very much potent, even up to 5 days after a full moon or a new moon. And this is one of those things though, really, where pain can strike at any given time. It don't only gotta happen during full moon periods or even new moons. Things happen every day. And I just want this to be used in a positive manner, hopefully as somebody's catalyst, But yeah, without further ado, I'll go ahead and pop that right in. To be vulnerable means to be courageous. It takes so much courage to look at those hurt parts of ourselves, the ugly parts of ourselves, the not so desirable parts of ourselves, and put it out in the open, to lay it just bare. And it oftentimes is something that we try to hide, that we try to push deep down within ourselves. I'm getting emotional. Okay. If I start crying, I'm gonna cut it out. Oh Lord. But it's an incredible show of strength. It's a form of strength that we don't always take the time to really acknowledge, To be vulnerable is to be strong. It means to not per se say that you're not carrying any fear, but it means that you're willing to look at that fear in the eye and say, you don't control me. You don't have more power over me then I have power over me. To be vulnerable in itself, it's an innate quality it's an innate thing. It's, it's a thing in itself that should be applauded, that should be respected, that should be uplifted. And that each and every one of us really needs to look at it a little deeper and sit with. There's such a power in sitting and facing the things that have hurt you, that have caused you pain, and looking at them in the eye. And just opening yourself up, letting it come out, and tackling it head on. Like a motherfucking goat. Tackle that bitch head first. And let yourself feel through it. In it, under it, over, all around. Get in there. And it can feel scary. It can feel pain. Just feeling your pain, yeah, it's painful. It's right there in the name, right? Feeling that hurt, the things that have caused you trauma, the things that have broken you down. You can't let them win. You can't let them take over. You can't give up. You gotta push through that bitch. And one of the things I was thinking about the other day was how time does not heal all. And just because you do the work does not mean things will change overnight. Right? The thing is, everything works in a state of balance. I don't like saying the words never, everything. I don't like putting everything into a box. But when you look at the world in itself, when you look at energy in itself, things work in balance. Yes, time will heal, but time will not heal without the work being put in. If you can't have one without the other if you want to get somewhere. You understand? When you study persistence, being persistent with making the parts of you whole that were shattered, it bears fruit, and it doesn't show up overnight, and it sucks. It really fucking sucks. But I'm here in this moment to sit here and lay it bare as I sit here and get choked up, and I'm clearly visibly going through it. But I do that and I show that in a sense of resistance for the reason of resistance against what is normalized, right? Within our societies, with the cultures that we grew up with, that we grew up in. Sensitivity is not weakness, it's a superpower. And those that take advantage of it, it does not make them better than you. It doesn't make them more powerful than you. It makes them humans. It makes them humans with problems of their own, with issues of their own. Humans are imperfect by design. But what's really important is that we strive for being the best that we can be and continue to break that barrier of whatever is less than, if that makes sense. You know, to basically saying don't settle for less. As humans, we all have that ego. And that ego is a motherfucker. That ego helps us survive. But at the same time, it hurts us if you don't keep it in check. It's a tool in a toolbox, but it shouldn't be the end all be all. Like, oh, so many things in this life, you can use damn near anything for bad the same way you can use it for good. You know, a tool is a tool. The ego is a part of us as long as we're in this human incarnation. I can't speak on other worlds and all that in that sense. But if you don't keep that shit in check, it'll lead you down astray. Your emotions will lead you down astray if not kept in check. If the emotions serve a great motherfucking purpose, a very important purpose, but one must be able to sit here and look at it objectively and not let them be the sole leader of anything that you do. Yes, they can be a catalyst. The emotions can serve as that which sparks revolution. But that's where the mind comes in. The ability to look at it from a higher perspective. Through the mind's eye, through the emotion's eye, through the spirit's higher self eye. You cannot have one without the other. To live life means inevitably to encounter the good with the bad. Ooh, emotional. As humans, we're the guardians of this earth, and our job is to not destroy it, but to do everything in our power to cultivate it, to protect it, to make it heaven on earth. Quotation marks. The ability to be objective should not just be a gift. It should be an asset that's highlighted, greatly highlighted. You have to be able to look at every single damn situation with an objective mindset. Look at your own emotions and be able to say, I could put that up for review. I'm not just going to let that run wild, run amok, unchecked forever. Same thing with the mind, the intellect. If only looking at that solely, will lead you to carry on a robotic life. It should not be the only thing you focus on. Empathy and compassion, it go hand in hand. It's overlooked. it's important, just like so many other things that we have. But a life without empathy and without compassion will leave you feeling, you'll feel the gap, you'll feel the hole that is the space that is empty, that's missing important feelings, important things that we should be carrying with us in the day-to-day. Understanding. Understanding situations for what they are. Understanding people, the way that humans work. It's a major asset, a major key to help you get out that revolving wheel, that hamster on a wheel bullshit. Knowledge is power. It is also powerful. So is your intuition. The ability to, which that goes hand in hand. Intuition, the ability to know without having the physical evidence to back it up, the 3D evidence to back it up. It's the knowing, it's the feeling, it's the higher self. We're all flawed as people. It doesn't mean it's okay to run amok and step over anybody's boundaries. Your boundaries are there for a reason. We have boundaries for a reason, people. To not let people overrun you, overtake you, take you for granted. And I say all this to say, as we enter the season of exploring the depths, and just a season of uncovering a lot of the darkness within each of ourselves. I say this to serve as a reminder, an important one, that your fear is going to come out to play, that the deep, dark parts of you and the things that still lay uncovered will be uncovered. And the best way to handle that is by looking it in the eye and facing that shit. I say all this to say, let it out. Lay it out. Put it into art. Create. Write it out. Dance it out. Act it out. Sing it out. Work it out. Put that energy out into the world and transform it into something useful. Something powerful. Something that is a tool to spark a light within yourself and within others. Although it's hard to live in a world with so many unhealed humans, so many fucking pieces of shit. It all starts in the mind. It's all psychological. It all starts in the psyche. It all starts in the subconscious. It all starts with the thoughts. Your vulnerability is art. Even if it's one thing that art does, is that it touches people. It opens eyes, it opens minds, it opens hearts. Fear should be dissected, inspected, looked at very, very closely. But it shouldn't be neglected. That's a bar. That's a fucking bar. Oh my God. Lay it out. Let it out. Feel it. Feel the pain. Cry. Scream. Hit the motherfucking pillow. Do what you need to do as long as it's expressed in a healthy manner, in a manner that won't hurt or cause pain to others. You know, as we enter this Scorpionic season, as we in this eclipse season, let that energy bring you through a state of transformation. Things get chaotic before you come out the tunnel. When you're in the darkness for so damn long and you finally see the light and you're finally there at the front, you can see the light, you can see the outside, and you right there, you're almost there. That space is the space when you start feeling that sucking back motion, when it becomes a vacuum and you're getting everything's pulling at you. The chaos is trying to bring you back down, and it's trying its best to test you. Like you're walking through a portal, because that's what you're doing. A strong portal, and that wind is just pulling you back. Those gusts are just coming at you, and you gripping for dear life at the edge, looking outside. That's what this is. That's what this season is. That's what this chaos is. It's the final trial. And the final trial will be the one that hurts the most, or that impacts you the most, in the sense of it tries you when you've already come a ways, when you've already gotten to a certain point, a point in which you feel yourself almost there. And although you may have gone through worse, it's impactful because of the fact that all your shit gets laid bare. It's all at the surface. Trying to pull you back. But you know what that is? It's like a big ass like slingshot, like a big ass rubber band, because it's pulling you back, and it's really up to you on whether you gonna let that catapult you out of the cave, out of the darkness, or whether you just gonna let that rubber band snap you, break you, and let you fall back down to the depths and with you where you were stuck at. You know, I ain't no preacher, but it clearly running the blood. And with that being said, this went on a lot longer than I thought it would. But I know that words are powerful. The things that we say to ourselves, that we say to others, are impactful. The spells we create. We all go through different seasons. And I happen to be speaking to those that are going through a season of reckoning, a season where justice is being served, where the scales are being balanced, where karma is doing her damn thing, where now that justice is being served, you must make the decision to let go what needs to be let go of. Where the spells that you have put have come forth and have come to fruition and have completed. The cycle is in completion. And now it's up to you whether you're going to use it to transform you. It's time for you to honor your end of the deal. It's time for you to do what you gotta do. Yeah. Puntoya. That's what I had to say for y'all, you know. And I really hope this impacts y'all the way in which I want it to, in which I'm setting the intention for it to, one way or another. I'm trying to collect myself as I end this, but you know, vibe with your girl, fuck with your girl. You can keep up with me on the Instagram, Lesbeopen. I post poems on there, write authentic shit in there. We're available on audio platforms, baby. By we, I mean me, because it's a one-woman show. Share it if you need, share it if you must. Let it soak in, honey. Okay? But yeah, that's all, y'all. I'll fuck with y'all next time, or again, or whatever the hell, whenever that happens.